Hi friends, it's Janet from Emerald Gypsy Arts, and tonight's video is going to be about a very specific topic, and that is visually impaired artists. Some of the most amazing, true, professional artists in our history had vision problems. Van Gogh suffered from cataracts, which is why his paintings use a lot of yellow. Monet had I think a cone shaping problem or a visual problem, which was why he had those fuzzy lines. Degas the same. There was something about his eyes that were impaired. So we can all deal with whatever disabilities we have. There's a beautiful artist on YouTube in the art community who she does the most amazing work with almost crippled hands. She's got such bad arthritis. I can't imagine how she does what she does, but she still produces amazing artwork. It's lovely. And there are various artists have different disabilities. There's one artist who's rather heavily autistic, who does amazing cityscapes and so on. It's just unbelievable where art comes from and what can change it. About 10 years ago, I lost vision in my right eye. I had cataract surgery. I now deal with glaucoma. I had a retinal detachment, and right now I have about 10% vision in my right eye. My left eye, I can wave at bugs on leaves at the top of trees. I need to use dollar store reading glasses, but my left eye is amazing. But what happens when you begin to lose sight in one eye is that your world becomes somewhat 2D. The 3D effect kind of reduces considerably because it takes two eyes to produce a 3D image or a 3D visual when you look out of your eyes. So over the last few years, as my vision, my right eye has decreased to that point, I've noticed things much differently, like shadowing, light, where the light comes from, and so it's all about making what I see 3D now, and I work at it. And I'm by no means a good artist or anything. I enjoy myself. I sometimes draw what would be considered like real life. I try my best to do that. And sometimes I draw cartoonish things that are just fun. I try my best to sort of make a variety. This 1 year Inktober that I did had some really cute pictures that came out of it. But these are all, I do a lot of black and white and grays. I love doing blacks and whites and grays. The chicken stomping through. This was a fun year doing this Inktober. Really fun year. Lots and lots of fun. But these are the types of things I do when I'm just having fun. Some of you have seen these pictures before, but I'm bringing them in based on the subject matter we're talking about tonight. You'll notice that my lines sit slightly it's usually to the right. There's a pull on the right side of my vision, so that if I'm walking through a particularly narrow hallway, I'll end up hugging the right side because that's my blind spot, literally. So things, I just enjoy having fun. Things just, they come out sometimes a little bit weird. She looks more like It from the Stephen King thing than she does Wendy. It's true. It's true. But I have fun sometimes. I don't worry about staying in the lines, things like that. So these things are things I do since my vision has gone so poorly. So I'm trying to find my way, and you have to find different things to accomplish what you're missing. For example, if I see something that's done in like a yellow light, it'll throw me off, and curved lines will look even more curved, and straight lines will have almost a drop shadow to them. It's very strange sometimes. It also depends on when I put my drops in and things like that. So I've been playing around with my sketchbook. One of them. Oh, I wanted to show you this. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, Potentate. There was a sale on these on eBay. They're really good, like 300 weight watercolor paper. Amazing. And you know, they're the flip over, of course, but I've wanted to grab hold of some accordion journals for a while, sketchbooks. So we'll see. I want to do a continuous picture around my office / studio and see how it turns out, eh? But in this sketchbook in particular, I've been playing around a lot with some stuff. These, someone online did them, and are on YouTube, and they were just gorgeous. So I tried it, and it worked. It worked. Okay, a quick flip, I guess. Words have power. The words you speak become the house you live in. I love that. This was that candy apple that I was doing. This is what I'm currently working on. This is the banner to Life on the Half Shell. Whether you go to the blog or the YouTube channel, Life on the Half Shell, it's kind of my personal channel. I'm going to start doing some reviews and movie reviews and stuff, but that's the banner to it. And I was just taking 5 minutes before I had an appointment to sketch out. This I'm working on currently is this. That picture. I believe it's Scotland. But I can show you where the difference in eyesight happens. The lantern, I can see where the bottom of it is aligned with this roof, and it's not square enough. It should be about that high, and I've dragged it down far too far for it to be you know, in alignment with the picture. There's not too much else that's like super out of alignment. I didn't draw in the second chimney here with the 3 chimney pots. But for me, when I look at this photograph, I see, well, a place I'd want to live. Besides that, I see a lot of lines and angles, but more than anything, for me now, it's this shaded part of the roof as opposed to the sunny side. It's this shadow down here, and this wall, this tiny wall that's shadowed here. And the shadows are pulled this way because the light source, not the lantern, but the light source is coming from this direction. And so you see the shadow around the chimneys. And my eye, the eye that works, see how it's coming, the shadows of the buildings that are here are coming through this way. So with the light source coming from here, my eyes automatically seek out the shadows so that I can give myself the 3D image of what that photograph is. And that's different from before. Before, I would look at an image and see the image like everybody else sees the image, and I wouldn't look for any alternatives because I was seeing the full picture. But with one eye basically gone, it takes away that 3D effect, and so I have to actually seek out the 3D effect in an image, and then if I can get a handle on that 3D effect, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm going to keep working at it because I'm enjoying it. But if I can maintain that 3D effect, then I'm doing okay for my drawings because I need the shadows, the drop shadows, and so on. The only other thing about being visually impaired as far as doing art goes, I'm even more careful beyond my own OCD. I'm even more careful about making sure that I put the lines where they need to be, not necessarily where I see them in the image. I sometimes have to overcorrect because with one eye you can see the shape of a building, and it's, but again it's like these pieces of the roof look like almost like cutouts to my good eye. And oftentimes there will be window frames and so on that seem to twist based just on what's around it for my vision. And so I have to think about that and sort of correct certain things that are just what's going on in my eyes. The glaucoma causes a certain pressure, and aside from the discomfort of that pressure, which is what some of the drops are for, it creates almost like a bubble effect. So I find that I have to go back sometimes and correct lines that are going to have almost like looking through, like if I dropped a big drop of water here, it would make the lines underneath the drop of water distort. And so sometimes it's like that depending on how strong the glaucoma is that particular day. With regular vision situations, I couldn't tell you because I was very, very nearsighted. I had to use glasses for driving and far away movies and stuff my whole adult life until about 15 years ago. And events caused my eyes to develop the cataracts. And from there, it's just been an interesting walk, because it's like anything you do where you're used to doing it a certain way or it becomes habit or whatever, sometimes you have to change it up just to accommodate what's going on. So if you are at a place where something is happening to you where you think that you're not going to be able to do the art that you love, just take a bit, get used to the situation. I find that I think is why I'm drawn to glue books and art journals so much, because they don't require a lot of precision. I'm not sure I could do super precise work anymore, but I really enjoy glue books and decoupage and collage and so on, and it doesn't require perfect eyesight, you know. So don't despair if you have some kind of handicap, something that is you feel is going to hold you back. You need to begin to alter what you do to be able to accommodate what's going on in your life. Because life happens. That's what life is. We have health things, we have mental health things, we have relatives, we have friends, we have people we do get along with, people we don't get along with. But when you're talking about mourning an activity you did because of a disability, that's a tough pill to swallow. And so when I started to read about the master artists and so on who had visual issues and still produced some of the most amazing work on our planet, I just felt better about doodling my own stuff and continuing to work my own. I don't have a style, I don't think. I don't know if everybody does or not. I kind of just draw so many different things or do so many different things that, you know, that I really don't know. But take inspiration, try different things. Don't let anything discourage you, because if you want to carry on doing what you love, you can do that. And it takes some adjustment, but overall, it's ultimately worth it, because I can still do what I love. I just had to alter my perception a bit and keep looking for the shadow lines and drop shadows and so on to help me render what I'm seeing as 3D. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend coming up, and take care. Go make some wonderful feel-good art for yourself.